this has single-handedly changed my life, changed my perspective, pushed me outside of my comfort zone in ways that I didn't even know that I needed. That is what starting a business, getting into the market scene has done for me. I am going to share with you a little bit about my business journey in 2023 and why you should start that business, go for that dream, do that thing that you may be feeling God is asking you to do. And it may be absolutely crazy and not make sense to your family or your loved ones, but you know in your heart that this is something you're being called to do. Well, I'm going to tell you why you should do it. Good morning. So we are getting ready to go to a market. It's supposed to be a really busy one, so I'm gonna take advantage and be at that one. And it's gonna be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Right now it's like 7:30 a.m. We were supposed to be there at 7:30. It's what I was hoping for because I really like all of the setup to be done super early. I actually have to grab my cart. I just looked at it. I need to grab that. Excuse the mess. My garage is what it is. So. Oh gosh. So they usually like us to be ready to go early, but it is what it is. We're running late, which is just my MO. Honestly have no idea how we would be able to do these markets because I literally bring half of the furniture from my home. I have this shelving unit from IKEA that you might be able to see is hanging out back there. I also bring this little nightstand table thing that my husband Daniel made. We used to have a woodworking business before my husband got sick with COVID and went into multi-organ failure, needing a kidney transplant and everything. So obviously that put a damper on our plans to have our woodworking business, which is why we bought this truck. And that woodworking business was doing so good. We had only been doing it for a few months and it was just booming. But that just small business is in my heart, in my blood. I love it. It's fun for me. So yeah, I'm glad we have this truck because now it carries all of my stuff. just find it amazing the way God calls us to do different things. For me, my business is a way for us to share our story. I now have added signs, and you can see that in some of my other vlogs for my market. This one was filmed back in the fall of 2023, but I now have signs in my booth that share the story of what happened with my husband when he got COVID in 2021, and I get to share my faith journey so many times throughout the market because people are curious about our story. Each jewelry piece has a meaning behind it, and one of the ways that this has changed my life is I've grown bolder in how I share my faith with people. Not in people's face trying to be super annoying, because let's be honest, nobody likes that, but in a way that is authentic and genuine and super normal. It's just a way for me to start conversations with people, and people ask me questions, and it's just been really nice to get to share my faith with people, but also my story, and get to hear their stories as well. This has been a great way for me to get socialization. I am a work from home remote worker, and this is a great way for me to get to meet other people, socialize. I get to meet other vendors, and really there's a community of creators and vendors that really comes together and like cares about each other, and that has been extremely life-changing.
So just doing a quick check-in, I've made 2 big sales today, which is great. So I'm up to $150. I don't know if you can hear me or if you can hear the background music. If not, I'm gonna have to do a voiceover, but if not, we'll just leave it in. But so far, it has been really good. There's a lot of foot traffic in front of me. I'm on a sidewalk versus like the inside of the park. So I really do like this spot. I think it's a spot that, I mean, people have to walk by here anyways to go to the library and use the bathroom. But also, it's a sidewalk like where people are coming in from the parking lot. So I think it works really well, the spot that I have. I really like this spot. Behind me is like the Central Park. So I'm still in the Central Park, but behind me is really the full Central Park. You might be able to hear the fountain behind me, which, is it pink today? I can't tell. Yeah. So in October, they make the water pink, which is really cute. So behind me, there's a lot of more vendors. This place is full of vendors today. However, I do like my spot off the sidewalk. The only thing is the ground is like, what you call it? We're like on a little hill.
It's a down slope.
Yeah, we're on a slope. And so my shelving unit, we were struggling today. I had other vendors come and help me out.
You sound like a lot of people.
I was struggling. Daniel was getting the chairs because he left our like beach chairs, which we use to sit down during the markets because ain't nobody standing all day. But the darn thing was just like leaning forward, and I was like, this is gonna be a hazard if someone goes in there to look at the clock clips. That's where I put all my clock clips. Like, this is gonna topple over. I was like, we are not doing that today. No liabilities today. But we were to fix it, and it's super sturdy. Yeah, and it's been a great time so far. Gotten to speak actually to some old church friends and hang out. So yeah, it's been super fun. All right, so I thought I would do a little haul for you guys while I wait for customers to walk by.
Because she comes to sell but ends up shopping.
I hear judgment in your voice.
There's a whole lot of it.
So there's this really cute vendor. I got to talk to her for a little bit. Her stuff is so cute. She has Disney inspired stuff. So I am pretty convinced I'm gonna go back and get a tote bag from her that was Star Wars themed, but it had all the characters in like flowers. It was like girly Star Wars. It was so cute. But it's a really cute shop. It has the cutest name for it. It's called Felt Cute Creations, and she makes everything handmade, and her theme is like purple, which is super cute. So she had handmade scrunchies. First of all, like, she's so profesh. Like, she has like tags on all her stuff. That's her logo again. Just super cute. She has these scrunchies that are checkered. Anything checkered, I am all over. I love anything checkered. So she has these checkered scrunchies, and they have Mickey in there. So I got a beige colored one. I got this one that is pink. This one definitely matches my vibe with my little flower. I was gonna put it on, but I already have a hair clip on. But I got a pink one. That one's probably gonna be for me to keep. I got black and white. Got one that's like denim. And then this one is super cute. This one is like denim one. So I got 4 scrunchies in total. She had a really cute deal going on. It was $3 a scrunchie, and then if you got 3, if you got 3, a 4th one would be free. Freebie stickers as well. That's like all her information, and then that's her sticker. Check out her shop. Everything is handmade. So cute.
Another way that my business has absolutely changed my life is the self-esteem and confidence piece of all of it. So when I became a full-time caregiver to my husband, I have been working as a full-time nurse for like 4 years. And all of a sudden, I no longer could work. I stayed home for 7 months to care for Daniel. I mean, we were living by faith at this point. We exhausted all of our savings, and we really would not have made it if our church family had not come behind us and donated and helped us in every way that they could. It was pretty incredible. But I fell into a deep depression. And nobody would have known looking at me. I mean, I dressed up in colorful clothes because that's my vibe. I was smiling and I made my usual jokes, but I wasn't me anymore. My life revolved around taking care of my husband and going from having such a normal marriage, such a normal life, to all of a sudden, we are tethered to our home. We cannot go much of anywhere because at that time, Daniel needed a scooter, which was another ordeal. We needed $1,000 to do that, and people really just amazingly donated to us, and we were able to do that. If not, we couldn't go to the mall. We couldn't go to a theme park. We couldn't go anywhere that required Daniel to do any walking. I mean, even grocery shopping. He always needed a scooter, so we were able to purchase one, but as you can imagine, it changed our lives. We're in our 20s wanting to travel and do all these fun things, and we can't. I mean, we can't even leave the house. So I actually, after my husband had a kidney transplant, had like a mental breakdown. After the entire process, it was almost like living off of adrenaline because my husband needed me and I needed to keep going. But the long 1.5 hour drives to the hospital and the constant worrying, it tore my mind apart. And so at one point, I just broke down and spent an entire week in bed after Daniel came home, and it was scary. I sought counseling. I mean, I could barely think. I told my husband my mind literally wouldn't work. Like, I couldn't think, eat, sleep. It was scary. I spent days in bed really worried about myself, if I'm being 100% honest. But starting this business was a way to give something back to myself after such a tumultuous season. It was a way for me to bet on myself again. I wasn't just Carla the caregiver, but like I was a wife. I wasn't just a caregiver. I was a business owner, and I had purpose, and there was more to me than this crazy story. I mean, the story, I decided to turn it into a weapon for good. If this was a tragic story that I had to live through, then I was going to turn that upside down and show people that there is hope after the worst crisis, that there is hope after chronic illness, that we can rebuild our lives or learn to live under our new circumstances with joy. And so I hope that that is something that I'm able to emulate through this business.